Hey everyone, today we are doing the epic battle, the defense of Miinas Tirith. I have really been enjoying the epic storyline, which leads you right to this epic battle. It's a really cool system in Lord of the Rings Online. If you haven't watched my video on the Battle of Helm's Deep, this is going to be similar, except this is not like the story mode where they kind of run you around and do very story-specific things. This is the actual epic battle mode.
The strength of men shall be tested this day. Let us hope we have done enough to ensure that their courage does not falter.
Now, with that said, there are some cool story elements here.
Amroth and the lords of Gondor have gathered in the tower above. Come, we must meet them before the battle is joined.
Obviously, we are with Gandalf. Gandalf is like the main defender of Minas Tirith in the movies and in the books, leading the defense. And we get some really cool stuff in here, which is not in the movies, which is all of the Dol Amroth warriors, the Swan Knights. They look super cool in the Lord of the Rings Online. They play a much more major role in the books and were cut out from the movies. But I'm glad we get to see them here. They have like probably the most epic armor. They are insane. They fight. They're like on the field of battle the whole time, and they are really cool. So we're running up to the tower to speak with Imrahil, who is the Prince of Dol Amroth.
Mithrandir, you have come just in time. Their forces wield all manner of weapons, and great towers of which I have never seen the like loom above them all. They do not march yet, but I see their ranks shifting restlessly. It cannot be long now.
The enemy wields many weapons, but none greater than fear.
You inspire hope even in the darkest of times, Mithrandir. The men of Gondor shall be honored to fight at your side.
I shall stand beside you then, and keep your men from despair.
The din of the enemy's armies grows louder still. We must move now.
I like these little cutscenes in the Lord of the Rings Online where you get some story elements, you get some good voice acting, and we get to see what happens. So we got some other kind of champions of Minas Tirith here who you see in quite a few quests as you do the Minas Tirith quest line. Furlong specifically is in quite a few of the quests.
Men await my command. Dwayne here, call your sons and let us go.
Now these champions are going to be fighting alongside us at various parts on the wall. And the whole point of this epic battle is that we are defending the wall of Minas Tirith.
Stop wasting your arrows and get in position. Call it a waste, brother. I've done more to thin their numbers than all this talk.
Now, as part of the epic battle system, there are some captains here, and you can give those captains commands for how to command the soldiers that they're like leading. So you can make them like defend, attack, heal, and do various things that help the soldiers like fight better. You can pull the grappling hooks off the wall by using them. You can push down ladders. What I found doing this is you don't really need to engage with those systems in the one-man version of this. Maybe in the like higher versions, or if you're like really trying to maximize your reward and get the highest level of merit possible, you need to engage with these. But doing this on the one-man, it didn't seem like this was making that big of a difference. So I ended up just kind of switching tactics to fighting the guys that were coming up on the wall. That was a lot more fun anyway. Now, similar to some of the other instances in Lord of the Rings Online and other game modes, there are things that happen in the middle of the battle that are exciting and fun, and you have to kind of like go out of your way to deal with. So here we have a siege tower being pushed up against the wall, and we can destroy it. So we have to destroy the 3 tower grapples that are holding it in place. They have a ton of health. They're really resilient here. But once we destroy this first one, we'll move on to the next one, fighting our way through the bad guys as we go. And I love that you can see the Mumakil, I think that's what they're called, over the side, the giant elephants. I think there is something that you can do here to kill them, but I couldn't figure it out. So maybe the next time I run this, I'll work on that. So we've got the second tower grapple down. We're going to go on to the third one. Kind of wish that the soldiers would engage with this if they're just standing around, but they just fight the enemies that climb the wall, which is also useful. And your goal is kind of like to keep as many of these soldiers alive as possible while you're doing this. So once the third grapple is down, we can make our way onto the tower, and Imrahil tells us to burn it. So this took me a little while to figure out, but once you get on the tower, you will find barrels of black powder, basically, I think. There it is right there, powder keg. So once you light the first one, then the second one will appear. When you light the second one, then the third one will appear. And once you light 3 powder kegs, then that satisfies the, like, burn the tower to the ground. So there we go, that's the second one lit, and then the third one spawned, like, kind of hidden from me off to the side. There we go. Imrahil calls out, the tower burns, escape to the wall before it collapses. Now, I don't think you need to, like, actually rush to the wall when you're doing this. It took quite a while for this to finally explode, and it did eventually explode, and it's pretty awesome when it does. Boom. That thing went up like a light. So yeah, like, taking that down makes it so that less guys spawn, and it makes the defense of the wall easier, which is pretty cool. Eventually, Gandalf tells us to move to the other part of the wall. And we do whatever Gandalf tells us to do, because he's awesome. I like how he, like, kind of glows. Like, he's Gandalf the White, but he's, like, ethereal in some way. So we're going to move to this other side of the wall, and then it's basically the same thing on this side. We're fighting guys, stopping them from getting up on the wall. And you can see now our merit bar has increased, and now a new thing shows up for Epic Foe, a Hartal the Hand. A Suhalar champion comes up, and we're going to fight them. So he is marked by that green glow atop his head. And he is an epic foe, has 77,000 health, which is so much morale. But thankfully the other monsters on this are, like, not difficult at all, so you can kind of just unload all of your cooldowns and your best attacks on this guy, and it's not going to set you back. And there we go. Imrahil calls out, "Look to the fields. The siege hour of the enemy approaches. The champion is defeated. Let his fellows cower without him." So that's cool. We got a ton of merit for doing that, so that's definitely worth doing, and it was easy because I didn't have to find where it was, which apparently is my weakness in these. And I mean, that's maybe one of the problem with these, is that the map function, basically the map is completely worthless. So we've got another siege tower. We're going to go about doing it the same way, and we do it a little bit more efficiently this time because I actually understood what I was doing. For these epic battles, I chose, like, the Vanguard path, but I know there's, like, a way to, like, upgrade your skills, but I haven't really explored that much. I know, like, I can see the skill bar at the top here, and the skills were, like, kind of underwhelming, so yeah, I don't know, I kind of ignored them. It's something that I'll have to explore a little bit for the next epic battle that I do. Here we go, another grapple. Is it grapnel? Why is there an N in it? These things take a while to go down.
Assail the tower.
But yeah, now we can go out onto the tower and set the 3 powder kegs aflame again and blow this tower sky high. I don't know why, but the powder kegs like are really hard for me to see. I think they just blend in with the brown. Here we go, there's the 3rd one. The tower burns. Escape to the wall before it collapses. Back to fighting, defending the wall. Boom! That thing went up. Super cool explosion. They did a great job with that. It looks awesome. My commoner Herald is like walking out in thin air because it still thinks it's on the walkway of the tower. It's hilarious. A pair of massive Olog High attack. I have never seen creatures like this before. Shemator. And I don't know what the other one is. These things are massive. Like, these are bigger than trolls. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this something from the book? These have even more health than that other epic foe. These have 220,000 health. It's dealing a good bit of damage to me when it's choosing to attack me. And my health got scaled down. I think I got scaled down to level 100, even though I'm level 107, which is over-leveled for this. Ow. There we go. 1 down. 1 more to go. This epic battle is super cool. I love the scenery. Like, you can see so many orcs in the background. There's catapult ball, like fiery rocks flying at the city and flying at you, and you have to be careful. They could actually hit you and deal damage. They did a really good job with this epic battle. I'm pretty impressed, and I think this is not new, so they did a great job with this. Rakothast. It's a cool name, too. Alright, this guy goes down. Imriel shouts, "We have triumphed, my friends," and that is the end of the epic battle. Definitely going to be making more videos on stuff like this. The Miinas Tirith quest line that I am in right now is super fun, and there's a lot of cool stuff happening. Definitely going to be trying to make some more content around that. And there is another epic battle that we can do where the Great Hammer Grond attacks the gate and we can defend it. So there we go, level 108, awesome. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. If you're interested in getting these videos early, you can become a channel member through the link in the description and get these videos before anybody else. But once again, that's going to be it for this one, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
And make our stand against the enemy.